with people.
What a gorgeous nighttime view from... And his thing...
Kevin, thanks.
David, he has been a great addition. Thanks for that report. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the center. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. Now here's Hayward. Defense is right there. 20 feet out. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Hayward's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Celtics. Walker against Young. Pass to Herter. To the paint. And stolen by Hayward. Oh, and here comes Walker all alone. Count that one.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency.
Nice ball movement by Boston. And Tice gets it to go.
Look, this is how you draw it up coming out of the locker room. 3 of 3 so far.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. 4-point game. The dish to Hunter. Back to Young. It's stolen by Tice. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Here's Brown. Rebound by the Hawks.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage grade, both career highs last season.
And Kev, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. Brown's problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. High post try, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
He sees the whole floor, and he's making some quick decisions. Trae Young gets what he wants from the mid-range.
Hayward kicks to Tice, and Capella sends it back. And now here comes Collins leading the break. Herter passes to Capella. Here's Young. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
There are very few shots in this game that Young can't make. You take one thing away from him, and he just goes to the next.
Now here's Tatum. Lays it up and banks it in. Tice has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Kicks it out to Collins. Here's Capella. It doesn't go for him. Hayward with some nice D. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Brown's got the ball and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you join the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 2. It's good.
Love the unselfishness. Not only can Cam create for himself, he can also create for others.
Here's Brown. He's looking for Williams and finds him. That one good for 2.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Kicks it out to Jones. Stolen by Smart. It's stolen by T. Here's Reddish. Rebounded by Smart.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
58 seconds left to play here in the first. Teague, the pass to Reddish. Second chance shot. The pass to Dedmon. Here's Bembry. Reddish with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Dedmon. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Staying aggressive on the offensive boards. Dedmon's a tough guy to box out there.
Wanamaker the pass to Williams. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. The Hawks trail by 4. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here is Teague. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Smart kicks to Brown. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Celtics lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And before the game, we checked in with Marcus Smart, who told us
I'm the youngest of 4 boys, so is any.
And no question, Smart is considered one of the toughest guys, Greg, in the NBA.
You have to love his passion, his willingness to sacrifice his body for the team on a nightly basis.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the 4. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Now, here's Reddish. Marcus Smart missing that last shot. Fernando, that's good. And that'll tie this game up.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
Tatum, no good.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
The shot by Reddish, no good. For Boston, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Smart passes to Wanamaker. Misses the layup.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
The Atlanta making some changes. Collins checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Young is subbed in for Teague. And then for Boston, Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Gordon Hayward comes in for Robert Williams. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Young with no one around. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Young's got 9.
This is becoming routine, knocking down shots from well beyond the arc, and he makes it look effortless.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now, here is Young. Can't hit from 12. Smart deciding where to go with it. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Young. 9 points in the game so far. Passes it to Bembry. From outside the arc. And Trae Young hits from deep. He's got 12.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
For the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Hunter comes in for Reddish. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bembry. Pass to Smart. Down low. And the rejection by Collins.
Right there, the length of Collins proving to be the difference. Not in my house, he says.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. Got a piece of it. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Hawks now. Hunter dishes to Collins. The Hawks working the ball around. Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Capella's got the lead up to 2 now for Atlanta. Inside, here's Hayward. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Young against Walker. Young inside. Capella kicks to Young. From deep three-point range. No good that time. And it's Boston the other way. And here comes Walker leading the fast break. And it's denied.
When you watch Kevin Huerter, he plays hard at the defensive end. That was an effort block.
Damian Jones is checked in for Collins. Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Brown comes in for Marcus Smart. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Tice passes to Williams. Hayward on the wing. Pass to Tice. Atlanta with the rebound. Young outside. Launches it. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 1. Shot's good by Walker.
This is the patience we talk about. Hayward waiting that extra half second, finds the open man.
There's the pass to Huerter. Back to Young. The tray looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Brown. Out to Hayward. Here's Tice. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Capella. Shot by Young. Again, Young missing.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you...
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 18 points and 1 assist. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low.
Let's look at Trae Young's shot chart. He goes inside more than people mention.
The Hawks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on the defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
Young's shot is off.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Walker dishes to Tatum. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. A second chance effort. Hunter kicks to Capella. Shoots. And it's Young. That time on the assist from Capella. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks. Hayward against Young. Hayward passes to Brown. Young with the steal. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. But on the bucket.
You know what? They've been on a nice run here. Had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
I totally agree. They just can't be stopped. They're just firing on all cylinders.
Here's Herter. Young in the corner. Shoots it. They get the rebound.
Keeping that play alive. Anytime a shot goes up, Collins is going to compete for it.
Celtics trail by 10. Tice kicks to Walker. Back to Tice. To the inside. Here's Tatum. 2 free throws coming up, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
I mean, you talk about the great athletes in the NBA. Don't forget about Gordon Hayward. He can run.
Collins kicks to Young. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Bruno Fernando comes in for John Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Teagan for Kevin Herter. And a new group in for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Here's Williams. He feeds it to Kanter. Young with the steal. For 3. Atlanta now working with a new shot clock.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. It's a 10-point game. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Another shot. Williams passes to Kanter. Tatum on the wing. Celtics passing it around. Goes back up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
For the Hawks, Jones comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and DeAndre Bembers subbed in for Young. The Hawks leading by 8. Teague dishes to Reddish. Here's Fernando, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Outside, Smart. The 3 from Tatum. And the 3 ball is good. Tatum's got 5 points so far.
And really an advanced feel for scoring the basketball. Tatum picks and chooses his shots nicely.
And stolen by Tatum. Here we go, one-on-one. The putback, great positioning on the putback. Now just a 5-point Hawks lead.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Teague, the pass to Fernando. Back to Teague. Here's Fernando. That shot off the mark. Excellent D from Cancer.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And both free throws good for Williams.
And the energy of Williams, it's infectious. Amazing at using it to block shots, rebound, score, whatever they ask of him.
Terrific use of his body to open up space on the inside.
Here's Smart. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry? And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Celtics trail by 5. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Atlanta, Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Bembry out there with Teague, and it's Jones in at the 5. Smart passes to Williams. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better.
Here's Bembry. His 3-pointers off the mark. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator. And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers where they can do something with it.
And there's the call on Jones. That's foul number 2 for him. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for the Hawks. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Wanamaker misses. The Hawks leading. Hunter with it. Picked up by Brown. Hunter no good. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Back to Smart. And Wanamaker has it in the corner. To the middle. Here's Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Outside Teague. Right side Jones. Hunter kicks to Reddish. Teague drives in, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, you know, he was once the future of the Hawks guard spot, but now Jeff Teague has returned to the team as a backup to the new face of the franchise.
You know, GA, Jeff Teague's going to be comfortable with any role he's given. Right now, running the second unit might be the best use of his skill set at this stage. But what I like, you can play the 2 together, him and Trae Young, and take ball handling duties away from Trae and let him spot up and shoot it.
Here's Williams, and Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
So it's the Celtics now. Shot clock at 3. Walker dishes to Brown. A putback, and Williams is right there. Williams has got 6 points in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Atlanta calls timeout. Hawks making a switch here. Young's checked in. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. Here's Collins. The shot, no good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. And it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball. Brown against Young. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Trae Young doesn't get rattled and plays very well under pressure.
How about the confidence? It's just growing in this young man. Williams has that attitude of a go-to guy in these big moments, even though he's still picking up the nuance of the game.
Shots good from Young.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Hayward passes to Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Yeah, he is a budding prospect. I like whenever Williams shows that determination on offense, and it looks like he wants to just take over.
Back to Herter. Passes to Capella. And a deep three from Young. Another three for Atlanta.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Herter offline with his three. Celtics trail by 5. Hayward finds Walker. They get it back. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
Whenever games get close, Hayward is the guy they look for to score the rock. He takes this responsibility very seriously.
Young passes to Herter. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
I like seeing this from a young player. Kevin Herter taking big shots.
Boston making some changes. Jason Tatum comes in for Robert Williams. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Jaylen Brown.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great N1 play showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
Young from outside. Capella controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Kept alive. Kicks it out to Collins. A three. And it's Young. That time on the assist by Collins. Young's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
It's stolen by Tice. There's Walker with the three. He can't hit that time. Off target with that shot. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Even David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
what it takes to be a 2K League Pro.
And speaking of being a 2K League Pro, you guys have some great stuff going on right now with team tournaments. Let the 2K fans know what you guys are up to.
Yeah, the NBA 2K League Draft Prospect Series, which allows teams, franchises to host tournaments. And this year, the caveat is versus last year, we only had 1 to 2 players get in. The whole team is able to enter and win draft eligibility.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So it's the NBA on 2K Sports on Payday.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Tatum. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. And it's Murray in at the point. Now here's Murray. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia, Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Boston shooting their first free throw of the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Now here's Walker, and stolen by Murray. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Knocked loose and taken away by Brown. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Left side Walker, back to Hayward. Millsap with the steal. Murray against Walker. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Good concentration by Murray to score it inside.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. It's a 3-point game. And the pass to Tice. And stolen by Barton. Here's Murray. Great D that time from Tatum.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Brown the pass to Tice. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Denver. The Celtics have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. He's perfect from the line this time. And so just over a minute and a half played. Walker against Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up.
Nice to see Murray take it strong to the rack. Pretty good finisher he is inside.
Pass to Brown. Now here's Walker. This one for 3. They get it back. Here's Tice. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And stolen by Tatum. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Pass to Tice. And stolen by Murray. Millsap looking it over. Jokic on top. Releases. And it's good off the back rim and in. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Nuggets?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
For the Nuggets, Michael Porter, he's checked in for Barton. Torrey Craig comes in for Harris. And Morris subbed in for Murray. And then for Boston, Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Marcus Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Here's Craig. Jokic inside, guarded by Tatum. Jokic with the bucket.
Jokic doing a nice job getting right to the spot and capitalizing, taking advantage of the high percentage shots.
Pass to Wanamaker. And here's Brown outside. Rebound by the Nuggets.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Porter, no luck. Celtics trail by 3. Smart passes to Brown. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
And it's slammed in by Millsap.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now, here's Jokic. Shot clock at 5. Craig passes to Jokic. Shoots over Kanter. Craig can't get it to go.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. And it's Grant in for Paul Millsap. The Celtics also changing it up. Williams comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's Williams in for Jason Tatum. And Williams with the stuff.
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
A 3 from Morris. Rebound by Williams. Celtics trail by 3. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Porter kicks to Craig. Porter in the corner, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Wanamaker the pass to Brown. To the inside. Williams can't get it to go. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 3. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's
the mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Jeremy Grant is out there with Plumlee. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's what Denver's going with right now. Gary Harris, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Jamal Murray in for Michael Porter. Boston also with the sub. Walker's checked in for Brad Wanamaker. The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Back to Walker. Plumlee with the steal. Here's Grant. And the layup's good off the glass. Grant's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
And Grant really embraces contact, relishes it, as a matter of fact. He has no fear going to the rim or going into a shot.
Smart dishes to Williams. And Grant sends it back. The Nuggets leading by 7. Barton in the corner. Shoots it up. Gets to the corner and buries it. Barton's got his first points in this one. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Now the pass to Plumlee. In the corner, Murray with it. Grant, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now it's an 11-point Nugget lead.
Well, I tell you, I think Grant's athleticism was what allowed him to win out there.
Williams kicks to Williams. Back to Williams. It's deflected. 3-on-3. Stolen by Smart. And now running up the court, Hayward's pushing it up. And Hayward with the stuff.
And using his underrated athleticism, Hayward is no stranger to throwing it down.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. No coverage that time. Barton's got 4 this quarter.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Grant gets a wide open look. Denver passing it around. Pulls up from the corner. At the top of the key, Plumlee. Wide open look here for Murray. Off target from outside. Celtics trail by 11. Smart finds Williams. The baseline J off the mark. On offense, here are the Nuggets. Big stretch here going 10-2. Murray goes to the reverse layup and claps it in. Murray's got 8 points. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Walker the pass to Williams. Back to Walker. The feed to Williams. And stolen by Murray. Barton wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Smart finds Hayward. Back to Smart. To the paint. Ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Barton. Harris inside. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
Hayward dishes to Williams. Right side, Williams. Walker the pass to Williams. With 1 on the clock. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Denver looking at a 13-point lead. Heading.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. And fellas, Jamal Murray is an out-and-out scorer. Running off screens or off the bounce. Man, that...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Tatum and Cantor together down low. And it's Hayward in at the small forward position. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's foul number 2 for him. Celtics trail by 13. Right side to Walker. Jokic with the steal.
Yeah, that's 2 really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
The offensive rebound. Pass to Barton. Here's Jokic. He's covered by Cantor. And Jokic throws it down.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Harris kicks to Millsap. Inside, trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. Lock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And here's Harris from the arc. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Harris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside, Walker. The kick out to Tatum. A 3-ball. The Celtics keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Tatum on the wing. The 3. No good. Shot missing. And the Nuggets going the other way. Barton outside. Here's Jokic. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Jokic has got 10 points.
Jokic has such nice instincts for a big guy. Knows exactly when to shoot off the catch.
Hayward passes to Tatum. Hayward on the wing. Millsap covering. Down low. And stolen by Barton. Inside. Stolen by Walker. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. And Hayward with the stuff.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
Millsap kicks to Murray. Walking from outside. And again, Denver with the triple.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on. Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul for the Nuggets. Porter's checked in for Will Barton. Torrey Craig comes in for Gary Harris. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Then for the Celtics, Daniel Tice is checked in for Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That is his first foul of the game. Smart's checked in for Enes Kanter. To the inside. Deflects the pass. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Jokic against Smart. Jokic with the bucket.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Tatum on the wing. Wanamaker the pass to Smart. Jokic with the steal. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And Morris throws it down.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
Brown the pass to Tice. On the wing, Porter. Passes it to Millsap. And stolen by Tatum. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Smart leading the charge. That's tipped. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Denver. And a change for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. To the paint. Here's Williams. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Morris kicks to Plumlee. Here's Jokic. Rebound by Williams. Celtics trail by 21.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Back to Smart. The kick out to Brown. He got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Denver Nuggets sitting on a 21-point lead to end the... And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Craig kicks to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jokic, no good. Celtics trail by 19. Smart passes to Tice. To the middle. Millsap with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And finished off by Porter.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Bounce pass from Morris. Porter dishes to Morris. And it's off from three-point range. Oh, the lob to Smart. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Craig passes to Millsap. Here's Craig. Back to Millsap. Here's Craig. Passes it to Jokic. And a wide open look for Porter. That three off the mark.
And, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And it's Jokic missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Left side, Porter. Rebound, Boston. Brown's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. They have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective.
And Jokic slams it in.
I think his unselfish attitude is really a big part of what makes Millsap a leader on the court, and the ability to make some dynamic passes doesn't hurt either.
Tipped away. Morris outside at the elbow. Jokic. Porter against Tatum. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Tice passes to Tatum. Jokic with the steal. On the wing, Porter. Jokic high post. Tice is there. And it's Jokic missing. Boston shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Smart goes in. The kick out to Brown. Back to Tice. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Millsap dishes to Morris. Banked in off the glass.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nuggets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jokic.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Pass to Tice. Jokic with the steal. Here's Craig. Rebound, Boston. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. The putback. Jokic grabs the miss. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Yeah, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis, but Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
And the Celtics making a change here. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Shemi Ojeleye comes in for Jason Tatum. Green, he's checked in for Brown. And Langford subbed in for Marcus Smart.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And really inside the paint is where Kanter thrives. His dominant approach lets him just own that space.
It's Vonleh atop the key. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good.
change with new suppression tactics.
We're the land of the free.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA. GA, it's all you.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. Now, here is Irving. To the left side wing. Takes the 3. Dinwiddie's shot is off. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics.
Doris, make no mistake about it. Spencer Dinwiddie is looking to score. An instant offense type of player.
And Spencer Dinwiddie knows what his role is, and he plays it perfectly. He can go a little hot and cold for stretches, but he doesn't let it affect him. Dinwiddie's always going to provide that offensive punch that's so critical for you.
Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And the shot goes in.
This guy is such a good all-around player. Karis LeVert sharpening his court awareness and finding his open teammates.
Hayward outside. Shoots the 3. Hayward missing again. Irving with it. He's picked up by Walker. LeVert kicks to Dinwiddie. Back to LeVert. Nets passing it around. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
How about that authority from Mr. Karis LeVert? Go ahead, sir.
Pass to Tice. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. LeVert against Hayward. Here's Tice. Boston needs to get off a shot. Shot clock at 2. Here's Brown. Boston again missing.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Took him no time at all on that one. Irving's got 5 points so far.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them. Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
Outside for Durant. Takes a 3. That one doesn't go. And it's Boston the other way. Tatum drives in. And he banks in the layup.
Well, there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Irving. He has 5. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Joe Harris is checked in for LeVert. And a change for the Celtics. Smart's checked in. Inside, Dinwiddie with the steal. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. Puts one up from 19. And he gets the jumper to drop.
Yeah, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks. But not now.
Tatum's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Second shot opportunity. And it's Walker laying it in.
Boy, I thought Kemba took some contact on that shot, but boy, the toughness and focus is right there.
Here's Irving. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight. Celtics trail by 9. Brown the pass to Tice. And Durant comes to help. Back to Tice. Stolen by Durant. Irving against Brown. Takes the 13-footer. Irving misses. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Walker finds Smart. The kick out to Brown. Tatum down low. Guarded by Harris. Here's Tice. And Tice throws it down.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice. Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Here's Wanamaker. Off the inbound, no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 7. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind.
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Enes Kanter is out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. Here's Irving. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Irving's got 11 points.
Well, the advantage they have right now is large.
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was.
And Doris, when you're identifying the heart and soul of this Celtics team, Smart is always at the center of that discussion.
Marcus Smart is so passionate. He's so tough, so willing to get down and do the dirty work that affect winning. And consider the role he's taken now as the leader of the Celtics. The ability to mentor a young guy like Grant Williams. Marcus Smart, you want him on your side.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Wanamaker. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Wanamaker's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And that one's good, Irving.
Oh, tenacious attack by Irving. The handle, the speed. Look out.
Brown the pass to Williams. The Celtics working the ball around now. And stolen by Harris. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Williams dishes to Kanter. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Nobody near Irving. Oh, good on the triple. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. 4-point game. Passes to Kanter. To the inside. Williams kicks to Smart. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Brown the pass to Kanter. And stolen by Prince. Jordan with it. Williams picks him up. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
If you don't do your work early and push DeAndre Jordan a little bit out of his comfort range, look out.
Celtics trail by 6. It's stolen by Harris. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And it goes down 2 points.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And a new group in for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for Prince. Kevin Durant comes in for Joe Harris. Karis LeVert's checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And a new group in for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Kansas. Tatum comes in for Williams. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Kemba Walker in for Marcus Smart.
Well, let's remember, Kevin Durant is superb at scoring at the rim. He's so long, it doesn't matter if you push him, shove him, he stays focused.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Walker. Down low to the right side. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Williams. And he uses the glass on the layup.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Nets leading by 8. LeVert kicks to Dinwiddie. Back to LeVert. From downtown, it's a hand on it, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
A shot by Hayward, wide open. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Three-pointer, LeVert. Here's Allen. He dishes it to Jordan. Here's Durant, and finished off by KD.
KD is a force of nature. Sensational dunk at the rim.
19 seconds left in the second quarter. Durant with the steal. Stripped away. Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. Here's Williams. Up and in on the layup. And that's now 6 points for Williams.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
A nice shot by LeVert.
Boy, this is the next step for Karis LeVert. Critical. He become more consistent from deep. One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
And here's KD for 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 11-point. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 13 points and 1 assist. Thanks for joining.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi, PG, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Here's Hayward. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hayward's got 4 points this quarter.
Attacking right there. Hayward using the strength that he has built up over the years to finish through contact.
Shot's good by Durant.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And always a solid rebounder. Hayward took it to a whole new level last year.
He certainly did, Greg. This guy was up at 6.5 rebounds per game, easily a career high, and consider he did it at both ends. And to me, that's the versatility that this guy brings that helps you succeed. He doesn't have to be your leading scorer to impact winning.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Hayward passes to Tice. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. Harris has got the ball. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, in the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity. Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for the Nets. Then for the Celtics, Enes Kanter comes in for Jason Tatum. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Gordon Hayward.
There's no doubt Kyrie Irving has proven to be more active as a defender now. He has a good feel for when to go after steals.
And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of. And then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy. What you love about Enes Kanter to me is every night he's capable of a double-double. He's an efficient low-post scorer and a determined rebounder. This guy can play now. Let's make no mistake.
And here are the Nets. They're on a 14-6 run. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Brown, good.
Well, how about Jaylen Brown showing us his touchdown low, skilled at getting high percentage shots in the paint.
Tries from 16. Jump shot is good that time. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Kevin Durant's checked in for Prince, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Luwawu. Boston also with the sub. Williams is checked in. Outside, Smart. Celtics passing it around. Back to Brown. Over to the left wing. Williams passes to Wanamaker, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Celtics shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And the technical free throw is good.
And Doris, much has been made of Brown's improvement offensively, and rightly so. But when you ask Coach Stevens about him, he always goes back to his defense.
Well, it's never a surprise for the coach that is the first and foremost thing on their mind. At 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan, that incredible athleticism, Jaylen Brown can guard the elite wings in this league, and he holds his own and competes at a high level. It's a must-have for any championship team. Well, with his combination of length and timing and athleticism, Kevin Durant is eating the glass right now.
Brown finds Williams. Here's Wanamaker. 6 on the shot clock. Smart passes to Williams. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 8 points for Williams.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Irving. Off target with the open look.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Brown. Now Irving. Here's Jordan. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Boston, Walker and Smart, the guards. Williams is out there with Williams, and it's Tatum in at the small forward. Tatum finds Williams. And here's Smart. Back to Williams. The kick out to Williams. Outside Tatum. To the inside. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Williams.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Walker against Irving. Feeds it to Jordan. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
And the Nets making a change here. Allen's checked in, and then for Boston, Daniel Tice comes in for Williams, and Gordon Haywards is subbed in for Williams. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in two different settings.
Yeah, I mean, two very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. Inside, Allen finds KD. Outside Irving. Tries again. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Well, this is exactly the kind of position you want Jared Allen shooting from, right? He gets excellent position, makes defenders nervous this close. Good job drawing that foul.
Walker the pass to Tice. Stolen by Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jared Allen makes it easy.
Up top Tice. Celtics passing it around. Stolen by Durant. Here's Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Irving's got 25 points in the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And you could see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Brown is checked in for the Celtics. Drops in the tray.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Walker dishes to Brown. And here's Tatum for three. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Durant with a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Walker finds Tice. The kick out to Walker. Outside Tatum. Hayward on the wing. And the turnover again by Boston.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kyrie Irving.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Back to Green. The pass to Wanamaker. Down low. They kick it out to Green. Here's Cantor. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And Joe Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Crawford, no one around him. No good with the triple. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Pass to Wanamaker. Langford kicks to Cantor. Passes it to Ojale. A beautiful reverse layup.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
To the middle. Kicks it out to Prince. Three-pointer. It's good from long range.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Here's Caruth. Shoots over Cantor. Misses.
Well, you have to like that Cantor gets...
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks.
Lesnar and Amari Stoudemire. And a My Team fan favorite, T-Mac, is now out.
Coming right up, the Celtics taking on the Hawks. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Most people know.
It sure has. Thanks, DA. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point guard. And for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Daniel Tice out there with Tatum. And it's Walker in at the 1 spot. Now, here is Young. Passes it to Herter. Back to Young from about 16, and the jumper is good.
Using a quick, compact release, Trae Young, very difficult to guard.
Walker looking for an opening. Pass to Tatum. Pass to Tice. Tatum on the wing. He's guarded by Collins. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Walker, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Improving size does not matter. Walker comfortable slamming it up inside.
The pass to Herter. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Capella with the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Hunter dishes to Capella. The kick out to Young. Nailed from three-point land. Young's got 5 now.
That's Young's favorite shot right there. A lights-out long-distance sniper with unlimited range.
That one falls.
They can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burner.
Back to Tice. It's stolen by Capella. Young with no one around. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And you just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
Collins kicks to Hunter. Back to Collins. Here's Herter. Pass to Young. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Kept alive by Atlanta. Out to the wing. Here's Herter. Puts up a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
And it's good. 2 points.
And you love that offensive mindset from Tatum. Relentless when it comes to scoring.
Young pass to Herter. To the paint. Here's Collins. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
It's blocked, and Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group in for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Tatum. Marcus Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Shots good by Dedmon.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Inside, it's stolen by Jones. And here we go again. Atlanta on the break. Woo!
Okay.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
like tonight that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Cantor following the bucket by the Hawks. Over in the corner, Williams. Left side, Smart. 36 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Dedmon finds Jones. Bembry the pass to Teague. Here's Bembry. 5 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Dedmon's shot is off.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
The kick out to Williams. A solo fast break. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance here from the Hawks so far.
On the attack right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Williams is out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Fernando, the pass to Jones. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. Atlanta also making some changes here. Collins checked in for Jones. Hunter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. Williams kicks to Tatum. Left side Williams. Here's Wanamaker. No points in the game yet for him. Offensive rebound. Williams passes to Williams. Back to Williams. Williams trying to break free. Williams can't get it to go. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And here's Young from the arc. The Hawks again can't hit. Celtics trail by 18.
And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young, and he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Here's Williams. Lays it up off the glass. Williams has got his first points of the game.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Now, here is Young. He's got 9. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Tatum. Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their #1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Kemba Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. Atlanta also making some changes here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Reddish. And here's Young. Wants to get it to Collins and does. And finished off by Collins.
Well, we know that Trae Young is a phenomenal passer, which is why you just can't leave him open like that.
It's tipped. Williams dishes to Tatum. Now Hayward. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Smart goes in. Makes it off the glass.
And this is where Smart's at his best, being aggressive, going towards the rim.
The Hawks leading by 16. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Young passes to Hunter. Back to Young. Now here's Hunter. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Smart leading the charge.
And using his underrated athleticism, Hayward is no stranger to throwing it down.
And a deep three from Young. But they get it back. From deep. And Tatum pulls it down.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Smart passes to Hayward. Outside, Walker. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Hawks have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Here's Herter. 5 points in the game. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, the way you keep plays alive is with some effort, and John Collins giving it to you.
Here's Williams. And Capella sends it back to the inside. Kicks it to Hunter. Tatum against Collins. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. In the corner. Tatum with it. With 2 seconds left.
Good timing defensively. Collins just up there, the long arms, and quick off the deck.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks sitting with... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 9 points and a star in it. That's all for now. Say goodbye to...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the center position.
Oh, well, Collins is a high flyer, and if you don't box him out, you're going to get stuff like that.
Hayward passes to Tice, and Tice throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Young with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Capella. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Tatum. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Young pass to Herter. Down low. It's stolen by Tice. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Tatum leading the charge, and he trims the lead to single digits. Tatum's got 6 points.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Young for 3. No good that time. And it's Boston the other way. Outside, Walker. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. From deep 3-point range. Hits it from 3-point range. He's got 12.
This guy makes those kind of shots just look so easy.
And stolen by Hunter. Collins looking around. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Celtics. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for John Collins. Reddish comes in for Hunter. Bembry's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teague in for Young. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
5 on the clock. Here's Jones. It's blocked. Brown outside. They get it again. The kick out to Walker. It's stolen by Teague. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Here's Jones. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now here's Walker. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by the Hawks. They led the game at 1 point by 20. On a team filled with big wings last year, Walker gave the Celtics a guy with Greg's supreme quickness who could break down the defense when nothing else was there.
And he's that rare commodity, an elite catalyst who doesn't have to dominate the ball to make an impact. That allows room for others to feel empowered out on the floor. It's just one of the many ways Walker makes his teammates better.
Now here's Reddish. And he banks in the layup. And the Hawks lead by 17.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
The Celtics have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Tice passes to Walker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
Some changes for Boston. Robert Williams comes in for Daniel Tice. And Smart subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks. Now here's Teague. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the left wing. Jones kicks to Reddish. Great look, but off the mark. Celtics trail by 15. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Celtics passing it around. Right side, Williams. Outside, Walker. And stolen by Dedmon. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Reddish.
And the more and more Cam Reddish gets confidence in that kind of game where he's going to go inside and attack, that's a big help.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Young with the steal. From deep. He made it. He gets it to go. Wow.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Walker and Smart, the guards. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Williams at the 5 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
And how about the quick hands there by Tatum? Terrific anticipation as he comes up with that steal and able to convert that defense into offense.
Outside, Smart. It's stolen by Capella. Dedmon passes to Young. Pass to Herter. Tries it from the top of the key. Dedmon. The tip in on the offensive rebound. And the Hawks lead by 20.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And the turnover again by Boston.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Young passes to Herter. Now, here's Hunter. And there's the pass to Dedmon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From past the arc. Herter, no good. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. John Collins, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Walker dishes to Smart. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Here's Herter. Young passes to Hunter. Back to Young for the 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
And now here comes Collins leading the break. Here's Herter. Tips it up, and Collins is right there.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And here is Hunter. Back to Herter. Stolen by Smart. And even 3-on-3 break. Puts it up from 12. Rebounded by Capella. The Hawks leading by 21. Right at the free throw line. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
More and more showing his well-rounded offensive game. That's Herter in his comfort zone.
Back to Tatum. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Passes to Herter. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter of this one. There's the triple. Another 3 for Atlanta.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Now, here's Tice. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Just 5 on the clock. Teague inside the line. Green with the rebound. And the foul called on Bruno Fernando. That's his first foul. The Celtics making a switch here. Ojelay's checked in.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout. A dominating performance for Atlanta.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for John Collins.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Teague, guarded closely. Feeds to Dedmon. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot two here. That's on Enes Kanter.
Well, Dedmon plays with some power, and when he's aggressive, it forces the defense to get a little bit more physical with him.
And he makes both free throws. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Green kicks to Ojale. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Pass to Green. To the middle. And stolen by Dedmon. Now Graham. Pass to Bembry. Now here's Reddish. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.
qualify for the tournament, you have to participate in one of 4 game days. On these days, you'll have 4 hours to get as many wins as you can, and each win will add to your game score. Finish in the top 4 and you'll officially earn your spot. Our first game day is in the books, and I want to give a big shout out to everyone.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for... Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Thank you.
Both capable, DA. Thank you. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Barton in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. Good.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his pass.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets.
And I remember a lot of scouts wondered whether Brown could ever become a 20-point-per-game scorer. That question was answered in only his 4th season.
Oh, yeah, it didn't take long for him to answer that question. And he did it in a variety of ways. He hit more threes, drew more fouls, did a better job of converting at the rim. And the scary part is, it feels like he's just getting started.
Barton outside. Millsap in the corner. Barton surveying the floor. It's deflected. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Brown's got...
But did you see that? That's amazing, the creativity, and you see how fluid an athlete Tatum is.
And here is Murray. Outside for Millsap. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Goes back up. Jokic, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Jokic draws the double. And the basket is good. Jokic has got 5.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Now here's Walker. Out to Hayward. Passes it to Brown. 5 to shoot. And finished off by Brown.
And Brown is a bailout artist, someone who feels comfortable, even in tight spots.
Murray, the pass to Harris. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And Tice throws it down.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in. Denver also making some changes. Michael Porter comes in for Will Barton. And it's Torrey Craig in for Harris. Brown kicks to Walker. And stolen by Murray. Here we go, one-on-one. He gets that one.
Can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. He really turns on the jets in the open floor.
Brown finds Smart to the inside. Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Porter. A second chance effort. Millsap misses.
Playing him tough inside air, preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
And that one, good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Now here's Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like it.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Here's Smart. And the layup's good off the glass. Smart's got his second basket of the game.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
And taken away by Brown. Tice with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Oh, Tatum in position.
Oh! Textbook. Oh, wow. In your face. And you see Tatum using that insane reach on the catch. I mean, he can go get it.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Porter. Plays it up and banks it in.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Porter with the steal. And they're moving it up. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the amazing athleticism of Murray just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
He gets it up. The shot comes out. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Celtics. They're up by 5. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about how to...
Selfless. I mean, you need to cure.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
So on the floor for Denver, Grant is out there with Porter. Then there's Monte Morris. Then there's Plumlee, and it's Craig in at the 2-guard.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Denver shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And the Nuggets with some changes. Will Barton comes in for Porter. And it's Gary Harris in for Torrey Craig. Pass to Canner. And Canner throws it down.
I love the energy on Cantor's drive. Runs in like nothing to slow him down.
Morris finds Plumlee. Back to Morris. The pass to Plumlee. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Hayward outside. Nice ball movement by Boston. To the paint. Plumlee with the steal. Harris looking it over. Unloads. Morris. The Nuggets have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this one. And he knocks down the first one. Robert Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. And Morris drops them both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Smart on the wing. He dishes it to Williams. Inside. And it's Williams throwing it down.
I love Hayward's activity and anticipation, and then the precision pass.
And a move Hayward perfected last season, coming to a full stop in the lane and hitting that little short jumper.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, he'd stop and defenders would just keep going. Every player uses different tactics to create separation. For Hayward, that became his goal.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, he was just a skinny kid coming out of college. Hayward's gotten much stronger and much better in a short period of time. Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And some changes here for the Celtics. Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Marcus Smart. The Nuggets trail by 4. Out to the right wing. Grant the pass to Barton. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy layup.
Yep, it counts. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. I mean, the timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. Walker's checked in for Brad Wanamaker. Denver also making some changes. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Grant, and Murray subbed in for Morris. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Here's Jokic. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. Porter's checked in for Denver. 1:49 left in the first half of basketball. And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half. To the inside, Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Craig passes to Millsap. And no good that time. Nice D from Williams. Tatum drives in. And the Celtics can't hang on to the ball. The Nuggets trail by 3. Now Murray. He gets it in there. Murray's got 6.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Brown the pass to Tice. The kick out to Walker. To the paint. Outside Tatum. Tatum on the wing.
And when talking about Tatum, it's hard not to think back to 2017 when Danny Ainge traded back to 3, essentially choosing him over Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, and now Fultz is starting to pick it up a little bit, though. He's watching. He's going to be dynamic. But you're right. Certain deals can define a franchise. And Ainge, he's unafraid to take chances.
Celtics making a switch here. Cantor's checked in.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. Misses from close range. Celtics leading by 5. And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And of course, the Celtics traded back from number 1 to number 3 to draft Tatum in terms of readiness and absolute steal.
Here's Jokic. Yep, that one goes. He's got 10.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish him.
Murray against Brown. Tice kicks to Tatum. Now here's Walker. Tight defense on him. Cantor's shot is off.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
Here's Craig, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Enes Kanter. The Nuggets shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Here's Tatum. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Celtics lead by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. And that'll about...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the Boston 5.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Smart subbed in for Brown. Here's Cantor. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Floats it up for Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Walker the pass to Tatum. Clock at 6. Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Harris with the ball. Barton right side. Out to Harris. Second chance shot. Williams with the block. And Walker with a clear path to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup. Walker's got the game tied up here for the Celtics. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Outside Tatum. Here's Smart. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Smart's got 8 points.
Oh, impressive ball handling from Tatum. I mean, attracts the other team's focus and then finds the open man.
To the middle, got a piece of it. Pass to Cannon. Back to Williams. Millsap with the steal. Murray the pass to Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
Walker finds Tatum. There's 1:54 left in the third quarter, and there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Celtics shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
A shoot-first point guard who can fill it up in a hurry. That's Walker, and quite simply, he's one of the game's best scorers.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams is checked in for Enes Kanter. Gordon Hayward comes in for Williams. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Marcus Smart. Here's Morris, finished off the break.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Boston trailing. Brown the pass to Williams. The kick out to Tatum. Lets it go from deep. Can't hit that one. And the Nuggets going the other way. Grant outside. On the wing, Porter. Lays it up off the glass. 6 points for him.
They're not playing defense with anywhere near the passion they showed in the first half. There's been a big-time drop-off.
Here's Brown, and it's sent back by Plumlee. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. 56 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And with the Celtics entering that win-now mode last season, the acquisition of Walker just made too much sense.
Yeah, he's a proven winner. Dating back to college, Walker's made a ton of clutch shots in his career. GA, as long as he's in Boston, he'll have plenty of opportunities to continue that.
Morris passes to Plumlee. Morris against Brown. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Hayward dishes to Williams. Outside Tatum. Walker the pass to Tatum. And good that time. Tatum's got 9.
Oh, and Walker excellent in the pick and roll, reading the defense and setting up his teammates.
And stolen by Tatum. Over in the corner, Brown. Right side, Tatum. Kicks to Walker. Celtics have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. The first free throw is good. Hayward hits them both. There's 10 seconds left in the third. Here's Morris. And that one drops. Morris has got 6 in the quarter. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here's Williams. No good on the last second attempt there. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Nuggets ahead, up. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics, and Denver will start the fourth quarter with Jeremy Grant is out there with Plumlee. Then it's Porter. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Craig in at the 2. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Talk about an unsung hero, Daniel Tice. Last offseason, he agreed to a 2-year deal with the Celtics worth $10 million. Just another great signing by Danny Ainge. And the chance to take the lead gets away because of the miss.
And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
That was all created by Hayward's defensive work. He does so much to spark their transition game.
Nuggets trail.
And see where when you look at all that Tice provides for this team, it's amazing he doesn't get more credit.
Well, you're right, Jay, but he is surrounded by great players who deserve to attract the line.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
Hayward passes to Wanamaker. Passes it to Tice. Just 5 to shoot. Hayward kicks to Williams. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Tice, no good. Denver shooting in this game, 45%. Pass to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Porter with the steal. Harris inside. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
Enes Kanter's checked in for the Celtics. Marcus Smart comes in for Brown. It's tipped. Tice against Plumlee. Tice passes to Kanter. Down low. It's tipped. Hayward kicks to Kanter. 6 to shoot. There's the pass to Tice.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Boston making some changes. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. The Nuggets also changing it up. Cole Millsap is checked in for Plumlee. And Barton subbed in for Porter. That's good from Tice. Good on both. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Murray. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Celtics with the lead. Walker finds Tice. Celtics passing it around to the inside. Tatum on the wing to the paint, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw.
As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball game.
To the middle. Here's Tatum. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Oh, with surprising leadership from a young player, Tatum remains focused in big moments.
Jokic trying to free himself up, and that one's good. Barton.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
And stolen by Harris. Murray against Hayward. Got a hand on it. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Savvy move by Tatum. He's not just running the floor. He's running with the purpose of exploiting a defensive weakness.
And they're running. For the finish, and the dunk by Tatum.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Deflected by Walker. In a fast break now for the Celtics. And Hayward with the stop.
And this is why you got to keep Hayward out of the paint. He loves to try and finish around the rim.
Outside for Millsap. But they'll get another chance. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Celtics leading by 7. Outside, Smart. Outside, Tatum. Back to Smart. Tatum on the wing. Millsap covering. The kick out to Tatum. Clock at 6. Hayward on the wing. Back to Tatum. It's stolen by Harris.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Yeah, it's quite unlikely. But we've seen crazy things happen.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Walker. Here's Tice. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there, doing everything he can to rally his team.
Walker the pass to Smart. Out to Hayward. Fires the 3. No good there. And it's Denver the other way.
Can't waste any time here.
And you're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters.
Barton against Tice. Stolen by Smart. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And it's blocked.
Unbelievable rejection from Smart there. Really using his insane vertical to send that one back.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
A big congratulations to the 8 competitors who qualified in the first game day of the My Team Unlimited tournament. They beat out thousands of others, and we caught up with a couple of them afterwards.
The My Team Unlimited tournament is under.
Welcome, Sport, and David Alt.
Hey, Kevin.
It does indeed. Thanks, David. So the next starting 5. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. And for the Celtics, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Brown. And Tice throws it down.
And how about he takes on the defender head on and then throws down the two-hander.
Nice. Straight power there. Straight power.
Yeah, I love that determination right there.
Here's Irving. Passes it to Durant. Allen trying to break free, and the shot is good. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a good job.
Oh, that was terrific.
Good. Terrific awareness that time from Walker. Nice job getting his open teammates to rock.
Here's Irving. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Walker in the corner and stolen by Irving. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. That's in coming off the assist from KD.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Here's Irving. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
Hayward, the shot's good.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Tatum finds Hayward. Inside. Tice inside. He's against Allen. Walker the pass to Tice. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Tice has got 8.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Pass to Allen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, I like this young man, Jared Allen. He's still working to find consistency in his offensive game. He's a really good leaper and finishes at the rim, protects the rim. But his strength right now, which will always be his strength, I think, is his defense. He's outstanding at that end of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And Brooklyn making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in.
And Clark, with Allen, he's still young, and the comfort on offense has yet to really find him.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he's really scratching the surface there, Greg. I mean, this kid is he only played 1 year in college. He's shown you that he can defend at a high level. And he looks like he's a worker, so I think his offensive game will ultimately catch up with his defense.
And he gets it to go.
Tatum used to getting hit while he's shooting. I mean, he absorbs it like you would expect a pro to and powers right through that contact.
And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. And Wanamaker gets it to go.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Here's Dinwiddie. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Wanamaker the pass to Cantor. The kick out to Tatum. There's the dish to Smart. Passes to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, this is Jordan doing what he does best. Not only does he bang it down, he does it with real major force.
Tatum draws the double. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
It's the Nets now. The Nets have gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. The 9-foot shot. Luwawu. The rebound by the Celtics. To the middle. Pass to Wanamaker. Feeds it to Cantor. Outside Williams. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Dinwiddie with it. Back to the action after this word. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Brooklyn now, inside we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Luwawu in at the 2 spot. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. It's Prince on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Smart. And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. They lead by 4. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Wanamaker. Dinwiddie covering. And Wanamaker gets it to go.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Offensive rebound. Jordan kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Wanamaker has it in the corner. Back to Smart. The pass to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And now an 8-point Boston lead. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Pass to Luau. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Smart. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Boston.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. Cantor comes in for Williams. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Marcus Smart. And Walker's subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Outside for Durant. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D from Cantor. One-on-one fast break. Brown outside. Back to Tice. 1:51 left here in the second. Boston needs to get off a shot. Here's Irving. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Right there, Irving does a nice job of anticipating the contact, so he braces himself for it and then works through it.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
1:02 left to play in the first half. And here is Irving. 8 points for him. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. Stolen by Allen. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Durant kicks to LeVert. Irving for 3. That shot off, so the Celtics will take it the other way. Tatum finds Hayward. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Harris has got his first basket.
You cannot afford to be careless around Harris. He's very capable of swiping the ball away if you are.
Walker the pass to Cantor. It's stolen by Allen.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here. Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
The shot's good from Cantor.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Irving drives in. It's tipped, and he gets it back. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. Going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score. And that should do it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we're seeing, guys, from Daniel Tice.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, you know, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Boston 5.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Here's Irving. He's got 12. KD on the wing. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
And Tice throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Brown finds Walker. Back to Brown. Passes it to Tice. And he jams it right over Jared Allen. Wow!
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Boston making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Tatum. Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Then for the Nets, Jordan comes in for Allen. And it's Prince in for Dinwiddie. KD passes to Jordan, back to Durant, and finished off by KD.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Irving looking for an opening. Prince wide open. No good from outside.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Brown against LeVert. And Durant is right there. Durant's got 12 in the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Williams in the post, started by Prince. Williams gets the bucket. He's got 6. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
Wanamaker the pass to Tice. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
Some changes for Boston. Ennis Cantor's checked in for Daniel Tice, and it's Williams in for Williams. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Basket counts.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And on the way from Irving for three. And he's good on the three ball. Irving's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
Boy, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Cantor kicks to Smart. Pass to Brown. Over in the corner, Williams. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Cantor. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Cantor's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. And we're coming. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Jordan, who's out there with Durant. Allen is out there with Joe Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. Smart kicks to Tatum. And the pass to Williams. Cantor trying to free himself up. Williams' shot is off. The Nets shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Outside Jordan. Dinwiddie outside. 6 on the shot clock. Allen left side. And Boston with the rebound. Cantor's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. On the wing, Williams. Guarded by Harris. Here's Smart.
Well, Irving looking engaged and aggressive there, making an impact at the defensive end.
Here's Dinwiddie. Shoots over Walker. Gets the bucket and the foul. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
To the inside. Hayward is doubled. He dishes it to Williams. The Celtics working the ball around now. Walker the pass to Williams. It's stolen by Allen. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving leading the charge. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Good read from Tatum that time. Saw the defense had overcommitted and then made them pay with the sweet dime. Well done.
Here's Allen, and Allen slams it in.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Here's Dinwiddie. Can't cash in from close range. Celtics trail by 5. Smart dishes to Tatum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Tatum does a little bit of everything, and he's especially skilled down low. Fantastic at drawing the defense into him and playing off the contact while he's going up for a shot.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. LeVert's checked in for the Nets. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Irving way outside. Doesn't go that time. So the Celtics will take it the other way. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Marcus Smart. Nets leading by 3. Here's Irving. Got a piece of it. Now Tice. Hayward kicks to Tice. Over in the corner, Brown. Back to Tice. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 5th assist in this one.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Hayward. Oh, and they take the lead. And the Celtics lead by 1.
And how about Hayward mixing it up inside there? Shows he can score on either side of the three-point line and really makes him more difficult to guard.
No stage too big for KD. If you need a basket, he's your man.
Brown kicks to Hayward. He's to Tice. Stolen by LeVert. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Outside Irving. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now it's a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
Yes, indeedy. Irving giving you much in the clutch.
Hayward passes to Tice. Brown outside. Tatum against Irving. Stolen by Durant. An even 3-on-3 break. Trying to get open is Irving. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Irving. Durant's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn. There's the feed to Tatum. Yes!
And Tatum continues to evolve before our eyes, showing excellent leadership by knocking down these clutch shots.
And a wide open look for Irving. And that one goes long.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he. Comfortable in the clutch. That's who Kyrie Irving is. Unfazed by the game's biggest moments.
Drills the three-pointer.
And Tatum has been in these situations before. He's reliable when it comes to stepping up in big moments.
Irving against Walker. Launches a 3. Irving misses.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. It drops. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot. Good! Well, I tell you what, he's one of the best scorers in the game, and I love how Irving continues to be in attack mode.
Here's Hayward. Money!
And guys, with multiple game winners on his resume, Hayward is dependable in those late game situations.
Get that out of here. Blocked and recovered. What a nice play. And so Brad Stevens decides to call timeout. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are... Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here we go. It'll be the Nets off the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Celtics. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Here's Hayward. Banked in off the glass.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. The lead is 2. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, good luck trying to keep Irving down. I mean, he's more than happy to take the contact and finish right through it.
Brown the pass to Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Dishes it to Walker. Levert against Hayward. Shooting foul as the whistle. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Out to Hayward. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That is his first foul of the game. And the Celtics making a change here. Smart's checked in. Tatum on the wing. Down low. The Celtics working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5. Tice. And Tice throws it down.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
Here's Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one. Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Durant deciding where to go with it. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Walker against Dinwiddie. To the paint. Money!
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Here's Durant. Count it!
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
A lot is on the line here.
Crowd is so focused.
It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Tatum doesn't just make J's now. He's a complete offensive player, a lethal scorer.
Here's KD. It's good.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Outside Durant. On the wing, Irving. Fires the 3. Not going to go that time. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They escape with it. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Dick